Aquarius, my sun sign brothers and sisters, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website addressed below. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's have a look, see what the week ahead has in store for us. So first of all, your key to the week this week is the Hermit card. The Hermit card is about withdrawal, right? This is where you take yourself out of the world. This can be anything from a social media cleanse to a personal inward journey. Very often, I always say this, when you get the Hermit card, the High Priestess has a message for you. The High Priestess is the intuition, it's the inner guidance, the inner wisdom. And in order to reach that inner wisdom, sometimes we have to make ourselves quiet. Sometimes to allow that inner intuitive voice to speak, you have to make yourself still and quiet enough for it to do so. The Hermit card, right, is very good. He's adept at making himself really kind of blending into the shadows, making himself invisible, slowing himself and his processes down in order to that, you know, to allow the inner senses, the inner wisdom, the inner courage to speak. Now, when you see in the Rider-Waite, I mean, he's got his staff there, but in the Rider-Waite, it's a star that's in his little lantern, right? That is the star from the star card, and what that kind of means is there's an encapsulation or an understanding that to find the inner light, sometimes you need to go within, right? Sometimes you need to hone that. And your Hermit card this week is basically saying to you, this week, Aquarius, is likely to be a quiet week for you. This is going to be a week where things are starting to take shape. It might be that you have some sort of inner prompt or some sort of inner nudge that takes you in a specific direction. Pay attention to it. This is a week where, you know, if you can do it, go on a social media cleanse. If you can, you know, maybe start a spiritual path, or strengthen or double down on your spiritual path. That's definitely a good use of this energy. So for your actions in your actions and options, you have the Knight of Wands. Isn't that interesting? Look how at odds these kind of energies are. But this is about, you know, because your Knight of Wands can sometimes see you taking a journey. If it comes through the guise of your Hermit card, this is a week to really go within. Make a point of being passionate in the pursuit of what really sets you on fire. What is it that you are, you know, gets you excited? What is it that gets you emotive? This is a week for you to really discover what it is that you truly have to offer. And the only way that you're going to do that is by being passionate and really kind of fired up and determined enough to delve into yourself, to delve into your own inner wisdom. Now remember, your actions and your options, this is about what you do or the choices that you might need to take or make. And your Knight of Wands is about just making it. So this is a week to be very proactive about rediscovery of self, about really thinking about what it is that you want to create, where it is that you want to go, and ultimately, in terms of your Knight of Wands, what is it that you really are passionate about? What is it that really kind of makes you want to get out of bed in the morning? And if you're not doing that, the Hermit card is going to show you how you can, what steps there are that you need to put in place in order to make those dreams or goals a reality. Your communications and conversations, you have the Eight of Cups. It does look like you are diverging paths with somebody here. It looks like you might be settling something. Now, it does feel for me as well, like for you guys, it does feel like there's either going to be a friend or maybe an old partner that you used to be, you know, that you used to be in contact with. A friend or an old partner is getting in contact with you guys this week. And this Eight of Cups is basically going to see you saying, you know what, I'll have the conversation, but if you're thinking about striking something up, if you're thinking about coming back into my life, if you're thinking about reigniting or re-establishing some sort of line of contact, the door is closed. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for asking me for, you know, whatever, or, you know, connecting with me, but this isn't going to happen. I say that because I've got this feeling for me that I know who this is going to be, and that door is shut. that door is well and truly shut. So it's going to be a no from me. I mean, obviously for everybody it's going to be different, but yeah, communications and conversations, you will have that moment where you get to settle the scales of power, so to speak, and I really feel like this week it will come. So if you feel that hand of the past or somebody from your past coming back into your life, especially if it's somebody that you parted ways with in a certain way, this isn't for reconciliation, it's just for you to kind of have your moment and then move on. For your money and materials, you have the Three of Cups. Now this is great. A previous opportunity, a previous offer or opportunity is coming to you. For some of you, this will be about working with or alongside women, like-minded women. For some of you, this is just literally going to be a boost to the finances, or a feeling that all that you need in terms of resources, money, materials is making its way to you. It does feel for me like there is some sort of old opportunity. Maybe this is an old boss getting in contact, maybe somebody that you used to work with. Maybe they're saying to you, you know what, there is something that actually, you know, this has come up and the first person that I could think of was you. Are you interested? Money looks good this week. It does look good this week. Materials look good. I will say this to you, it does look like things are going to calm down on the home front as well, whatever that means to you personally. And then finally, for your love and romance, you have the Queen of Swords, right? So for those of you that are single, it does look like you're going to have to defend that single. I kind of feel like maybe whoever this person is that's coming back from your past is going to ask questions of, you know, why are you single? Or, you know, what, you know, if you're single, why don't you want to get back with me? Or all of that sort of stuff. My advice to you, fight to remain autonomous. That is my best piece of advice to you. I know I will be. Fighting tooth, nail, claw, hammer and bloody chisel if I need to. You know, your Queen of Swords is about what you go to war for, right? And it could be as well, this week you could discover where somebody has either meddled in a previous relationship, or where somebody has been feeding information about you to a previous partner or somebody of that nature. For those of you that are partnered, this could be this could be a challenging week for you guys, because it does look like your ideas are at odds with one another. My biggest piece of advice here is, remember, by creating fresh wounds, you don't give the ones that you currently have time to heal. This is a time for you to find that diplomacy and kind of speak to your partner and say, look, you know what, this is where I'm at. What do you think about this? This is a week for you to open up a dialogue. If you're in a partnership, if you're in a relationship, this is a week for you, because look, right, there's a part of you that really needs, Aquarius needs freedom. We need freedom, we need space, we need to be autonomous, even when in relationships. So this Queen of Swords is kind of saying, you know what, don't get into the fight with your partner, but carve out, you know, speak your truth, or rather create as much of a visual picture of exactly what it is that you need. Speak honestly, speak openly, and speak from the heart. And as long as you do that, it, you know, no matter how heated it gets, you should be able to sail through this. I'm not necessarily seeing the end of a relationship, but I am seeing a lot of Aquarius people needing their space this week. I think you're really going to be feeling or living in that energy. All right, so with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.